Knicks and Cavaliers. Knicks a 2-0 lead. Cleveland in full desperation mode, down 2-0 to Jalen Brunson and the Knicks. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift in the house. That was about the extent of the Cleveland motivation in this one. Look at Mikal Bridges all the way. He was 11 of 15 from the field in this one. Knicks fans traveled well. They took a 9-1 lead on Cleveland. More in the first quarter. Karl Anthony Towns, a harbinger of things to come. Cleveland's defense was atrocious. Midway through the second quarter, James Harden to the paint. Spin cycle. Harden had 19. Kelce fired up. Cleveland within 2. And then a couple possessions later, Harden all the way down Broadway to tie it at 48. Offense wasn't the problem for the Cavs. It was defense. Look at Jalen Brunson right to the cup. Brunson had 38 in Game 1. He had 14 assists in Game 2. In Game 3, he did a little bit of everything, getting to his spot, knocking it down. Knicks in front at the break, 8-1 in the postseason when leading at halftime. Cleveland 3-6 when trailing at the half. Knicks led it by 6 at the intermission. Third quarter, more from New York. In transition, OG Anunoby to Bridges, one of 27 assists for the Knicks in this game. Midway through the third, Anunoby, what a weapon he is. You figure you got to account for Brunson and Towns. Anunoby does it all, and then Brunson to the cup. Knicks pulling away in front by 12. A minute to go in the third. Harden. And 1. Cleveland within 7 after the made free throw. But at the other end, Brunson, step back. You don't know me like that. He had a huge alley-oop assist before the end of the third quarter. Knicks led by 9, headed to the fourth. Early fourth, Hart, Bridges. The lead was 14. Cleveland had no answers. And then Landry Shamet off the bench again for the Knicks. New York in front by 14. Shamet one more time. Shamet was 4 of 5 from the field. Every one of them a three-pointer. 14 points off the bench. The Knicks in control, and then Brunson. 41 minutes, 30 points, 6 assists. It won't be talked about, but the Knicks made their free throws, 24 of 27. And this one is all over but the crying. 121, 108. The Knicks, in what was a must-win game for the Cavaliers, come away with the victory and a 3-0 series lead.
You hear chants, let's go Knicks.
Now joined by Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A., after Game 2 on Thursday, you used the words alarming and flabbergasted right here on SportsCenter to describe the Cavs defense. What words would you use for their performance tonight?
Pathetic. Very, very pathetic. Gave up 37 points in the first quarter. Didn't come out with any degree of urgency whatsoever. I wouldn't be surprised if we did an investigation and we discovered that half the team had already made vacation reservations. I mean, it just looked that way. They were devoid of any kind of urgency whatsoever. And the New York Knicks are just playing together. I understand that they're flowing. I understand that they can serve to demoralize you. There's no way around that. But the flip side to it is you're on your home turf, and there's an incredible level of urgency that comes attached to it. And the New York Knicks just gave it to them. Brunson had his 30. Of course, Anunoby had his 21. Can't say enough about Mikal Bridges and the way that he's been playing as of late in these playoffs. He is just in his bag. He is flowing. And Landry Shamet coming off the bench and dropping 11 points in the fourth quarter. All of those things can contribute to a victory. But what possible explanation could you have if you watch some of the plays that took place as the game waned, when you saw the absence of urgency in terms of their defensive effort? It was absolutely non-existent whatsoever. They gave up. They caved. And as a result, just bring out the broomsticks. I think you saw Charles Barkley on inside the NBA and stuff like that in the immediate aftermath while the rest of the crew was on the set. He was sweeping the floors of the studio because he's bringing the brooms. He's bringing the brooms because in Cleveland, it's a mess.
It is indeed that, Stephen A. You know, we talked last night following the Oklahoma City win about the play of Jared McCain, and you mentioned Landry Shamet. He was that tonight for a Knicks team. How would you characterize the overall depth of this Knicks squad?
Well, you know what? You didn't realize how good it was. You had expectations at the beginning of the season, and then obviously Mike Brown wasn't utilizing his bench to the manner that you thought that he would. And then you had some question marks about them, and then you saw Mikal Bridges nosedive. You had some serious questions about him, but give credit where credit is due. If I was loud and making noise when Mikal Bridges was struggling, I'm damn sure going to be just as loud in praising him. He was fantastic in this game, hitting all but 3 of his shots, giving you over 20, giving you stout defense along the way, letting you know you couldn't leave him open. And then Landry Shamet has been a godsend. He has come off the bench and has just been drilling shots from long range all over the place. That has opened things up for a guy like Jalen Brunson to operate. It's opened things up for Karl Anthony Towns to be the facilitator that he is. And because it's pulling people away from the basket, it's even giving the likes of Karl Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson and OG Anunoby room to operate on the interior, which again can serve to demoralize the Cleveland Cavaliers as it has shown. But you still don't expect a team trying to get to the NBA Finals to look so lethargic defensively. No energy whatsoever. Change has got to be coming in Cleveland. I'd be shocked if there were a Game 5 at this point. They look like they've already made their reservations for off-season vacation. They just look that way. You can see it.
When we talk about the Knicks, though, and the way that they are winning these games, the variety of players who are contributing night in and night out, the variety of ways in which we see them get the dub, 10 straight wins for this Knicks team.
Yeah.
I mean, just talk about the impressive nature of that stretch.
Well, here's what you have to look at when you think about the impressive nature. The New York Knicks came into this season with an owner in James Dolan that said we should make the NBA Finals. They had fired Tom Thibodeau, who took them within 2 games of the NBA Finals last year. So let's be real. Nothing less was going to suffice. If you lost, it had damn sure had better be in the Eastern Conference Finals. And even then, that was pushing it. But here they are within 1 game of the NBA Finals now. They were top 6 both offensively and defensively in terms of efficiency. But then when you take into account the playoffs, you go down 2-1 after 2 consecutive 1-point losses to Atlanta. And what do you do thereafter? Not only do you win 3 straight, but you're up by 47 in the first half of the closeout game in Atlanta. You go up against Philly, who has a 3-1 deficit. They overcome it against Boston, knocking off the Boston Celtics. And it's supposed to be a legitimate series. You sweep them, not just beat them. You sweep them, and you blow them out their own building in a closeout game. And now here you are having won a 3rd straight game against a Cleveland Cavaliers team, albeit back-to-back 7-game series against Orlando and Detroit, obviously. But in the end, what it comes down to is that the Knicks are a superior team because they are a team, not a compilation of individuals with a point guard in James Harden who can't seem to play beyond the pick and roll, with a guy in Donovan Mitchell who seems completely exasperated and exhausted and overwhelmed, with big men in Jared Allen and Evan Mobley who haven't been utilized well enough by a coach who was widely respected coming into these playoffs, and now his level of cachet has dissipated dramatically because we're seeing some of the brain fog that has taken place in terms of how he's coaching the team and how effective they have been. These are the kind of things that can happen when you're going up against a real team who can defend, who's hungry, who's talented, and can put the ball in the hole. These are the New York Knicks that we're talking about. They're the superior team, and they've made it very, very clear that when it comes to the Eastern Conference, they're about to go to the NBA Finals. This series is over.
10th straight
lead. New York can taste it. It's right there on the cusp. It'll be the first time going to the NBA Finals since 1999.
Wow.
The highest point differential in a postseason. The Knicks is 2026 are 234. Plus 234. In perspective, the Warriors with Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay, and Draymond was only plus 230. The 2014 Spurs was 214. That is insane company. The last 10 games, they won by 13, 16, 11, 30, 6, 39, 51, 29, 16. Let that sink in. Only 1 game has been decided by less than double figures. What happened? Oh, They don't know that. the average margin of victory, Joe Ocho, 22.5 points per game. So in the last 10 games, only one team has been able to be within double digits. 13, 16, 11, 30, 14, 6, 39, 51, 29, and 16. Joe, how can the Cavs get a game? Let alone, we're not even talking about the series, because I think for all intents and purposes, the series are over. How can they get a game when they didn't get into the bonus, Joe, until the last minute of the game? And that was because Josh Hart, I don't know, for some reason he wanted to challenge a three-point shot. He ended up stepping up under the Strus, who wasn't able to land, and so that was it. They were going to go an entire quarter, Joe, and not be in the bonus. I don't know if I've seen that. Maybe I'm sure you have been playing in the NBA for 17 years. But how does Cleveland summons it up and get a game?
I'm not sure they can, Uncle Ocho. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all tonight. Be very transparent. Listen, I think from game one, it was so demoralizing, bro, to lose that game being up 22 with 7 minutes left on the clock. And then, I kind of gave them the benefit of the doubt. I gave the Cavs the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, well, listen, maybe when they get home, they'll play with a little more sense of urgency. They'll play a lot harder. They'll feed off their home crowd. And you got your role players, the others who we always talk about. They'll come to play. They'll play a lot better. But, man, the lack of energy and effort that I seen from the Cavs today, bro,
to start the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, you want to try to hit first, especially when you at home, bro, and see if you can break their will. But, man, they have no resistance on none of it. I agree with you. For you not to get into the penalty, that means you just have a lack of aggressiveness, bro. You're not aggressive. It's not do or die for you. You know what I mean? That's not what they play like to me. I mean, they just had no energy, no effort. And the Knicks seemed like they were the more desperate team, which I'm sure they are, because they've been in this situation before. And knowing that the Knicks are trying to get to the NBA Finals, which I think they will do, it's like they understood what was at stake. We got a team down 0-2. Let's see if we can put them away. And I think they just came in and they wanted it more than the Cavs in their own building, bro.
Hey, it sure seemed that way. I was thinking a lot like you were thinking. I says, okay, the crowd they were amped up. Kels and his fiance, Taylor Swift, was there. The crowd was hyped. He was getting the crowd hyped. But at the end of the day, I mean, you come out and now you down 9-1, you down 9-2. That's not the way you want to start. You want to get the crowd in the game and try to keep them in the game. And it really, the only time they could get in the game, guys, is when they would mount a comeback to cut the lead to 6.
Right, yeah. Right.
There was never a situation where they had a lead where they're up. They were always down. And I'm looking at them like, I don't get it. I don't know why he keeps putting Wade in the starting lineup. 17 minutes, no points. One field goal attempt. You might as well go ahead and put Strus or Merrill in the starting lineup. Yeah. At least they're a viable option.
You need it.
They're playing right now. They're playing 4-on-5.
Need that threat.
And it's I don't get it. And
I don't know. 2 for 6 is so uncharacteristic of him because as a 2 guard, he's such a great shooter. And I don't know, man. I don't know.
But his free throws, his percentage has kind of been going down. Give me what he's shooting against the Knicks from the free throw line. Ocho.
Yeah.
You get OG 21. You got Cat got 13. Hart got 12. Mikal Bridges got 22. Mikal Bridges, since those first 3 games of the Hawks, since the games 4 through 6, and the next series and what he's done now, he's been playing unbelievable basketball. Yes. And this is the Brunson that we expect to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
10 of 19, 10 of 12, ultra aggressive, still getting his guys involved. Plus 15. Everybody was, plus 15. Josh Hart was plus 3. Karl Anthony Towns plus 23. OG plus 11. And Landry Shamet is just coming in just unconscious. He's just unconscious.
Man, look, y'all got to give my Hawks some credit, man. At least we won 2 damn games here. They swept. Hold on. They swept through Philly and then damn about to sweep through Cleveland. Man, come on, man, get out of here with all that, bro.
Hey, Joe. As much as you want that credit, we not gonna give it to you.
You a hater. You a hater.
I'm not a hater. Listen. I'm not hating. I'm just saying we're not gonna give it to you. I'm not sure what's wrong with the Cavs. Joe and Unc, especially in a game like this. Oh, you're already down 2-0, right? If anything, you want to come out when it's a fight, and sometimes the person, you think he can whoop you, you always want to throw that first punch. You
Yeah.
always want to get that first punch off first.
Try to get
Just
off.
you got to get off first just in case you had a disadvantage. Because that's exactly what this game is. That's exactly what this series has been. It was demoralizing once they were able to come back from down 22 with 6 minutes left to go. That took everything out your sales. That took
Hey,
everything out your sales.
but think about it. Damn, from a competitive standpoint, Uncle Ocho, you
Yes,
gotta
sir.
at least compete, bro. Like it's just
Yeah.
too many. It's just too many empty possessions on the defensive end to where it's just like, oh yeah, go ahead, y'all, you get that layup. Yeah, we ain't tripping. We ain't tripping. Like, come on, bro. This the playoffs.
Ain't nobody trying to close no door behind them. Ain't nobody closing the door, Joe. They leaving the door wide open. Guys getting layup. LG to the side. Mikal Bridges to the side. Brunson to the side. I'm like, bro, ain't nobody gonna close the damn door.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's
The
what I'm
Knicks
saying.
are operating. Give the Knicks credit. They are playing. The guy, they're making shots. A lot of those shots. I mean, I'm looking at OG, but you can't go out there if OG at the 3-point line. You can't go out there with your hand down.
Yeah.
They got. Guys can make shots now.
Yeah.
The likelihood of you putting somebody on the court, there are a few teams that have players that you're not even worried about them making a shot from the three. But the Knicks, all 5 of their guys are live from the 3-point line. You can't walk out there with your damn hand down.
Man, listen, I like what Mike Brown has done with the Knicks because he has made it to where Cat is a part of the offense. He may not take the most damn shots, but he gonna get a lot of touches. And as a big man, as long as they get some touches here and there, bro, you keep them happy. They'll play hard as I don't know what for you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I think by him playing through Cat, it turns Brunson into some like an Iverson type. You know what I mean? To where he can come off these down picks, then come off the dribble handoffs and things so it makes them so much dangerous. And when you got Bridges and OG and Josh Hart won you a game the last game. Okay, Ocho scoring 26 points. Yeah, I didn't expect for him to do that again. But if you look at his stat line, bro, 12 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, bro, that's somebody who playing hard. You know what I mean? Like he's always gonna be able to affect the game, put his stamp on the game. So he's always gonna be a plus for them. I just feel like the Knicks have found something, obviously, that's gonna probably more than likely get them to the finals. And by playing through Cat, bro, it just makes him so much more of a dangerous team because he spreads the floor. He ain't doing a whole lot of doggish, dirty work down there, but he's playing the right way. A high assist game, 7 assists. He's been probably leading them in assists in this postseason, if I ain't mistaken. And that makes him just much of a dangerous team. But to Cleveland, come on, man. To be at home, and when you get people to come in your building, bro, Travis Kelce, and his wife, Taylor Swift, I don't know about y'all, but when I was playing here in Atlanta or any other place in New York, like when we get celebs come to the game, it just kind of give you an extra little oomph. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
you know, you want to put on a great performance. And even if you don't make shots, hell, the least thing you can do is compete at the highest level, bro.
Play hard.
That's it.
Play hard.
They
Go ahead, Ocho.
I was saying they didn't even look like they not to watch as great as. I mean, this is just my mindset, and I think about some of the narratives that have surrounded Donovan Mitchell, some of the narratives that have surrounded James Harden in the postseason. To come out to a game like this, already down 2-0, there's no way in hell, Joe, I'm not all over the place.
Man.
I'm not all over the place. It just looked as if they didn't want to be out there. I mean, they playing basketball, Joe, but it don't look like they playing basketball. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible.
No resistance.
The energy is different.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're watching both of these teams, hell, you playing home. Hell, you got home court advantage. There's no reason it should look the way it looked tonight.
No,
I think the thing is that they're expecting somebody to come here and lay down. And see, what happened is in that game 7, you saw what happened with Detroit.
Right.
The first 5 minutes, the game was over.
Yeah.
That ain't what the Knicks are. The Knicks going to battle you. One thing about them, they're going to battle you because they got battlers on the court. You look at OG, look at his background. You look at Josh Hart, a guy seemingly like that. He's like, man, don't nobody want me. He's found a home. to let him do a little bit of everything. He doesn't have to be great at anything, but he is really, really good at a lot of things. He's going to dive on the floor. He's going to rebound. He can, you put it, they try to run zone, you put it, flash him to the top, and he'll find the open guy. He can score the points. You say, you know what? Everybody else could possibly hurt us. You can't. And in game 3, in game 2, guess what he did? He goes 26 points, has a career high. So he does a lot of little things really, really well. And you don't have to ask him to do that because that's in his DNA. He's going to play hard. OG is what OG is. You know he's going to defend. He can rebound. He can make and now he's getting ultra aggressive. He only took 10 shots. The man took 10 shots and got 21 points.
He been efficient like a mug. For the past couple, he didn't play a whole lot in that Philly series, but hell, against my Hawks here, he barely missed. OG has been great. I like what they doing with Landry Shamet. When him coming off the bench, he been giving them great minutes. He's a great complimentary piece to Brunson and Towns and Bridges and OG and them. I just think they kind of got it figured out, fellas. They do. To be honest, I know we talk a lot about my Hawks because we had that bad game 6, but ever since then, man, them boys ain't been playing no games, man. It's teams outside of game 1 from Cleveland. They hadn't been close.
Nope.
Games hadn't been close.
They broke their will, Joe.
They did, bro.
They broke their will.
They did.
And if you think about it, Landry Shamet has played so well in game 1. Normally, Jordan Clarkson would get major. Alvarado, they're like, nah. Ever since Jordan Clarkson came in there, Shamet came in that game 4 and knocked down those threes and kind of kept it going in that overtime, he's been coming in and he can't miss.
Yeah. Hey.
You look at him, he was 4 or 5 from the 3-point line tonight. 14 points.
But there will come a time the Knicks will need Jordan Clarkson. I just think in this series, Shamet is such a great catch and shoot guy. I ain't saying Jordan Clarkson can't catch and shoot.
Oh. Donovan, James. I'm just trying to figure out how y'all expect. They had 16 turnovers. From 3 guys. Mobley had 5. Mitchell had 5. Harden had 5. So you had 16 turnovers. 15 of them came from 3 guys. I'm looking at Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell got a guy wide open in the corner. Why the hell did he try to thread the ball right there in the middle of the court? He get tipped, guess what? Lead to a fast break. And then he looked to the bench. Don't look over here. If I was the coach, I'd have flipped him off.
Hey.
Oh, Joe, I'm like, bro, you got a guy wide open on the. As a matter of fact, it was Mobley. I said, you got Mobley wide open at the 3, and you try that pat.
Hey, I know. Man.
I don't know where they go, chat. I don't know where they go from here because the Knicks broke their spirit. I still believe that he should have called a timeout. He should have called 2 timeouts to try to break their rhythm, to try to give your guys a chance to regroup. Come tell them something. Guys, we're 2 minutes from home. Get us home 2 minutes. And 2 minutes. And we snatch home court from these guys. We can do it. We were down to Detroit, and we came back and won that series.
Man, tonight was horrible, especially from behind the 3. It was bad.
Listen, you look at New York, bro. They shot 56% from the field. We talk about this all the time. Okay, Ocho, you can't win no damn game, man, letting no team shoot no 56% from the field, bro.
Hell no.
I'm telling you, listen, you look at the San Antonio and Thunder series, you see how physical it is, and his body's hitting the ground almost every damn play. And that's how you got to play, bro. Like, you got to let them know you there. You know what I mean? I just feel like for Cleveland, being at home, like, damn, the series could be tied 1-1, coming into game 3. Like, for me, I just felt that the Cavs will come out with just a little more sense of urgency, guys. You know what I mean? You have to. Right now, hell, why would you? If I'm the Cavs, man, what you gonna do game 4? No, you ain't trying to go back to New York for no damn 5 for game 5.
Man, please.
Hey, Josh Hart and what you call him say, man, we can get us a couple of episodes of our podcast tape. While they bull jiving, we go, hey, Ocho and Joe,
Yeah,
we get a couple of episodes because we ain't gonna be able to tape nothing. We get to the NBA Finals, so we go ahead and knock this thing out Monday.
Yeah.
Knowing that the Spurs and OKC, they got to go at least. They got to go back.
Yeah.
They got to go back to OKC, so we can go ahead and knock out 2 of the episodes that'll hold us over.
Hey, they not only can they knock out some episodes, but boy, they better have some security down there in New York if them boys win Monday just to be in the finals. Like the whole.
Oh my goodness, it's
you
crazy.
Gotta think the Thunder and the Spurs. They probably gonna go. They might go 6-7 games.
But they're going 7, though.
So my thing is, damn, bro. In the West, they so beat up. I just seen today that AJ Mitchell gonna be out. So it's like the Knicks gonna be well rested, coming into the finals, bro. I just think this is a great opportunity for the Knicks fans and Knicks culture, but they still got a lot of work to do.
And Mobley 1 for 6 from 3, Harden 1 for 7 from 3, Mitchell 3 for 10 from 3. My 3 best players.
Them damn turnovers kill you.
They shot 5 of 23 from the 3-point line.
Ooh.
Donovan Mitchell is shooting 69% from the free throw line in this series.
I don't know what's that about.
I don't either. I have no idea. And considering that he played so well look, that's not to take away from him. That's not to take away. But at some point in time, bro, you leaving a lot to be desired from your postseason play based on the regular season resume that you built for yourself. I'm telling you, nobody care about that, bro. You're gonna have to deliver in the postseason because all the greats have had to do it. And if you want to be considered one of those great players, you're going to have moments in the postseason. Yeah. And right now, far too many times. Now, congratulations. This is your first time getting to a conference finals. Hey, kudos for that. But, bro, if you're going to and I guess that's what, Joe and Ocho, you hear people say, man, if I'm going to lose, I'd rather not even go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hear that a lot, about the Super Bowl, about the NBA Finals, about the World Series. Man, if I'm going to lose, I'd rather not even go. Well, if you're going to give us these kind of horse poop performances, you might as well just go ahead and shut it home.
Yeah. When I look at it, I try to sympathize for what's up? I try to sympathize for Cleveland because they played 2 Game 7s. And if y'all want me to be honest, they do. They look tired, bro. They look exhausted out there. Like when you can't put forth the effort, I know it's been a long series, guys not moving the same. You don't see, what it is? It's like James and Donovan, they don't really look like they having fun. And it's hard to play the game as much as we are professionals and we also know that this is our job. Bro, you can't take the fun out of the game. I don't give a damn what sport you playing. You still got to come out and
the Knicks beat that out of them. They didn't take it out. The Knicks beat the fun out of them.
Well, I'm just saying, it's very noticeable when you watching. You know what I mean? They all keep these stale facial expressions, and typically, when you got it going or when you feeling good, bro, you just got a little extra bounce in your step, and I just didn't see that tonight from the Cavs, being that they was at home for Game 3, bro. It's like I feel like they think this over with.
They threw the towel in, Uncle Joe.
Yeah,
they threw the towel in. You could tell by their play how inefficient everybody is. Some of the things that they do, Donovan Mitchell, being 69%, from the free throw line, it's just everything is uncharacteristic of what they actually do. The narrative that have always been surrounding James Harden and goddamn Donovan Mitchell, you would have hoped this offseason, this playoff series, not just this series, but in general in the playoffs, and you think about them making it to the conference finals. For them, is this a wasted season?
No, I wouldn't say it's a wasted season.
But Joe, the problem that you're running into, what they're going to run into, is that at what expense do I keep this backcourt together? Okay, I re-signed Donovan. big buck max dollars. I re-signed, let's just say for the sake of argument, and we're having a healthy discussion here. I re-signed James Harden 3 years, $30 million. Evan Mobley's making $35 to $40 million. For what?
Oof.
They're not better than. They got past Detroit, but are they better than the Knicks? No. Boston's going to come back next year. Boston's coming back.
Yeah.
Orlando will be better next year than they were this year. So now what? What do we do? What are we doing here?
They got to address that small forward position.
Yeah.
Like
I thought we got it covered.
No, how? With Wade?
No, but I'm saying, hold on, address it. How? So you want me to have a $30 million point guard, a $60 million two guard,
right.
A $40 million power forward, a $25 million center, and how much you think I should be able to invest in a small forward?
I don't know.
$500?
You might have to go into the luxury tax if you want to win. You say you want to win, don't you?
They go to boy. I wish I might go to luxury tax for that.
Well, listen, you gotta get you a small forward, somebody who can complement these guys, bro. Somebody who can make shots. Somebody who can, bro. The East from the first 3-4 teams in the Eastern Conference. I mean, I ain't even talking about the Cavs, but I assume Detroit is gonna get better.
Yes.
Like you say, Boston will be better. We saying the Magic will be better here. We've been saying that for the past couple of years, but they still got a chance, man. They probably a piece or two away from continuing. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you got to pay Donovan. You got to pay him max dollars. You can't let him go.
But when you think about it, when you really break it down, who's been able to compliment Donovan? Who's been able to compliment Harden? When we really look at it, I mean, get past it. Who's been able to compliment those guys? He needs the ball. Mitch needs the ball. It's almost like, okay, my turn. Okay, Joe, your turn. Okay, Ocho, your turn.
Right.
That's how Mobley, Mitch, and Harden, that's seemingly how they play when you watch them. It don't seem any flow. Okay, I got the ball, up to and Donovan get the ball, do, over, layup, step back three. Every Mobley get the ball. He gonna put it on the floor, spin over one of the shoulders. That ain't no offense.
It ain't, bro.
That's your turn, my turn, my turn.
Yeah, they got to figure it out.
Win for the Knicks this postseason. They're the 10th team ever to do that in a single postseason. 5 of the previous 9 went on to win the NBA title, most recently the Celtics 2 seasons ago. In the building to witness it all, our NBA insider Brian Windhorst. Brian, I just never felt like Cleveland's best tonight was going to be better than the Knicks, who again have now won 10 consecutive games. What has this series shown us about this Knicks team?
They are a terrific team. And when you look at the way that they were constructed to eventually play this well. I don't know if anybody saw this coming, but when you watch specifically how their wings have played in this postseason, and they were huge tonight. And I'm talking about OG Anunoby, talking about Mikal Bridges. Like, nobody's going to shout from the streets in New York about how many draft picks the Knicks gave up for Mikal Bridges right now, because it is the first thing from everybody's mind. They made the investment in both of those players, giving draft picks and then big contracts for exactly the type of play that they are doing in this series. You add in Josh Hart, you add in, Landry Shamet coming off the bench. The Knicks are dominating this series on the wing. The Cavs have multiple all-star wings that are being outplayed by those guys. And I think one of the most impressive things, I was in the tunnel when the Knicks players came off the court. They're going to the finals, okay? No one's ever blown a 3-0 lead. They're playing great. They're going to the finals for the first time in all these guys' lifetimes, adult lifetimes. And they are totally business as usual. It was very impressive.
That is impressive, but we got to talk about the flip side here, Wendy. This Cavs team has not looked the same this series as they did earlier in the playoffs. What have you noticed and what have you learned about the Cavaliers these last 3 games?
Yeah, there's a scenario in which the Knicks would play at a certain level and the Cavs would play at a certain level that they could compete with the Knicks. But this level isn't it. And you see it on the defensive end of the court. They are just not good enough defensively to bail themselves out with the way their offensive level is right now. They've been a sort of a middling defensive team throughout the year. They did not have good defensive intensity tonight. And then you compound it by the fact that they have just not shot the ball well. This is a team that thrives on good outside shooting. They have been under 30% basically for the series. Again, there are moments, where they look like they can get it going. But for the most part, and the Knicks have let them get open shots. I mean, the Knicks are doing a good job defensively, but the Cavs have not had an issue generating open shots. They just haven't been able to execute. You do wonder if fatigue is playing a factor because the 2-7 game series and the way game one was so emotionally gutting in overtime, maybe that's affected their legs a little bit. But to beat the Knicks that are this good right now, this is not an acceptable level that the Cavs are showing.